Since the 1990s, Cisco has defined to the industry what it means to be a network engineer. They've done that through their certification program, so much so that even companies that don't use Cisco gear use Cisco certification terminology to describe skill levels. People will use terms like CCNA level engineer or CCNP level engineer or even CCIE type of engineer to describe candidates and for searching for people. Now, why does that matter to this YouTube channel? Well, I'm Wendell. I've spent more than half of my long career helping people build those skills, and I've never really invested time, though, in a YouTube channel. So that's what this YouTube channel is about. It's me making an effort to help people learn some networking skills, and I'll start out by focusing on CCNA. So let me tell you a little detail about what I'm trying to do here on the channel. First off, I want to make these videos useful to anyone who's studying for CCNA. Now that makes sense, all right? But I also want to make the videos especially useful to people that use the Cisco Press official certification guides. Now, why would I do that? Well, they're the most popular books that people use for studying for the exam, and I'm the author of all the editions of those past books. I just want to make a channel that really helps out the people who've invested their time and money in the books. How do I do that? Well, the books, I say books because there are two. It's a 2-volume set. Each volume organizes the content into parts. Each part has multiple chapters. Each chapter, of course, has headings, and the major headings we'll call sections. So on average, a chapter has 3 sections. So book, part, chapter, section. So the videos in this channel that describe new content, I've organized by section. So you'll be able to easily identify a section in the book and a corresponding video here on the channel. That should help out those of you that have the books. For the second design point, I purposefully avoid teaching in the video in the exact same way I present the material in the book. I try to use a different approach. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, if there's an example, I use a different example in the video. I use a different figure. I use different analogies. If there's some way to emphasize different parts of the technology, I do that. Now, why? Well, it turns out studies have shown for decades that most people use multiple study products when studying for an exam. And I want to make these videos be that for you. If you've got the books and you're watching the videos too, hey, it approaches the concepts and the ideas a little differently, gives you a little different take, and might spring something loose in your head so you better understand the material. So that's the second point. For the third design point, I don't want to just teach you about CCNA stuff. I want to help you do consistent and effective review. Hey, we've all used YouTube for fun and for work, and you watch a video and then you watch another one and another one and another one. And if you're doing it for learning, it's easy to watch a bunch of stuff and then you forget it, right? You fall short on the review and study part of things. Well, that's built in here. Review and study is good. Review and study at the very end of a video that you learn something in is useful, but it's far less useful than if you space out your review from when you learned. So I've cooked that into the process. There'll be videos that are specifically for review. I'll encourage you a lot to not use those review videos until a few days later. There'll be other review where I point you to my blog. But the point is, I didn't want to just make the videos to teach you some things. I wanted to make it so that you'd internalize and remember them so you'll do well on the exam. So hopefully that third design point will help with that. So enough about the design points. Let me introduce myself. I'm Wendell Odom. I've been in and around networking for 40 plus years. I got into Cisco technologies just as Cisco was becoming dominant in the marketplace in the early 1990s. I was an early certified Cisco systems instructor, an early CCIE, the first author of a Cisco Press official cert guide back in 1998. And I've written, I think it's 11 different books, 28 or so different editions, several video products. I still teach in conjunction with the publisher of the Cisco Press brand at learning.o'reilly.com. I blog at certskills.com. So you can find me on social media as well. Those links are here on the YouTube page, so check that out. But yes, I love networking. I've done it all my life, and I'm really excited about getting into this YouTube channel. So let me close this introduction with a few words about the big plan for the channel. First off, I need about 50 CCNA content videos and their associated review videos as phase one, if you will. So what do I mean by that? There are about 50 chapters in the combined 2-volume CCNA set. I want to get videos matching one section of each chapter as kind of a reading break. In fact, that's the first playlist in the channel, a CCNA reading break for the first section in each chapter of the books, so you can take a break from your reading. Then, if I'm successful in the channel and you folks are enjoying it and you give me good feedback, then it's probably another 100 content videos and associated review videos to round out and have a video matching every last section of the books, which should be about a total then of 150 content videos and the associated review videos. I'm not going to make those quickly. So it's going to take some time to roll that out. I figure it's going to be a year project, maybe a little longer to get those rolled out. I'm starting in April 2024. So how do I succeed at that? I need you. Absolutely. So the most important thing I need from you is feedback. Comment on any and every video. Give me suggestions. Tell me what's working, right? That's probably the most important thing. If I'm doing something and say, keep doing that, that's very helpful. If there's something I'm doing that's a waste of time, it saves me time, that's great too. So any comments, and do the usual YouTube-y things, right? Subscribe, hit the bell, share, get the word out. The more successful the channel is, the more impetus I'll have to keep going and make a bunch of free CCNA videos. So hey, thanks for watching the whole intro video. I appreciate it, and I'll see you around the channel.